I tend to avoid thinking about time, to avoid the inevitability of its overcoming wave. Time only brings death. Time only brings sadness. Time only brings vulnerability. As you realize how fragile humans can be, how fragile a life is. Before Your Eyes has taught me a valuable lesson about time. One that makes me sad, but one that also allows me to see the purpose in all of it. Before Your Eyes places you in the life of Benjamin Bryn, a boy growing up under very normal circumstances. The early points of the game are focused upon his goals, on making something of himself, accomplishing greatness, a drive which is instilled within him by his mother from adolescence. As the player, our main mode of transportation is blinking, which allows us to move forward in time. The blinks mean something at the beginning of the game, but you begin to rush through them as they don't skip that far ahead, and you are eager to view more of the story, to see what Benny makes of his life, to see the greatness that he may accomplish. We begin to view time as an obstacle, something that also happens in our real lives as we continually look forward in time to things that we are excited for, the next big vacation or a giant game release. Our interest in Benny's dreams causes us to overlook things, and the retelling of his story causes him also to overlook reality as he recaps it all at the end of his life. Over time, the central mechanic of the game, blinking, begins to make you feel incredibly powerless as you wander deeper into the story. You may be enthralled in an emotional scene, tearing up, and a blink will cut you to the next section, ending a conversation right at its apex. It is heartbreaking. It's hard to bear. In one of the earlier portions of the game, you are given a choice to answer a phone call from your mother or to let it ring. I had no sooner realized that the phone was ringing before the option to answer it was taken away. I was frustrated that I didn't get to it, and when I blinked, I was at her funeral. The fragility of life and the way time exposes it will leave you feeling empty and frustrated. It will leave you stewing in regret and in anger. We have no control over time. It is but a wave that will crash into us whether we are gathered together or strewn to pieces. Multiple times throughout the game, accidentally blinking jumps you farther forward than you would have liked, and there are no takebacks. This mechanic is there to create regret. You don't get to go back. You don't get to tell your loved ones that you're sorry for missing their call, that you're sorry you didn't see them before they were gone. You just have to live with it, and that sucks. Time sucks. It feels like it takes everything away from you. The third act of Before Your Eyes wraps the game all together under the umbrella of acceptance. Benny is forced to accept the fact that he never lived up to his dreams, that his fame was all fabricated in his head. Benny died at a young age. You are not stronger than time. You cannot overcome the overbearing weight of the wave that it creates. Your effect is only to accept your place within it, to find joy in the moments and memories that you create during that time, to strive to make every moment of that time count. Not to be the greatest ever, not to accomplish all of your dreams, but to find meaning and happiness in what you are given. Benny is given acceptance when his mother rewrites his life story. For although his life was short, he used it to fill others with joy, to bring passion to his mother and father, to bring happiness to his neighbor, to bring light to the spaces he inhabits. He might not have had grand success, but he had an impact, and that is just as important. You might never be a hero. You might never save the world, but you can be someone for someone else, and that's enough. Life is beautiful because of its brevity. Our time here on Earth isn't infinite, therefore every moment carries incredible weight. The days you spend with your parents, with your loved ones, mean so much because they are but a few. The moments you take in the world around you and experience life create memories and impressions because they are so fleeting. Life is fragile. Life is short. Time will cut you off and you will never feel ready. And that's okay. You aren't supposed to. You are already everything you need to be, just as you are.